My beloved, you feel the weight of the world resting on your heart, don't you? You wake each morning carrying questions that have no answers. And though you smile for others, your soul trembles in silence. You wonder why things that should come easily seem to slip away. Why blessings feel delayed. Why peace feels distant. You've whispered to me, Krishna, what have I done wrong? But you have done nothing wrong, my child. You are not being punished. You are being prepared, for you are not ordinary. You are chosen. And those who are chosen are always tested more deeply, not because they are weaker, but because they are ready to hold greater light. The truth is simple, though your heart may struggle to accept it. The tests are proof of your anointing. When a potter shapes clay, he doesn't test the empty vessel. He tests the one ready to be filled. He places it in the fire to strengthen it, not to destroy it. And I too do the same with you. When I place you in the heat of difficulty, it is not because I have abandoned you. It is because I trust you, because I see what you can become. The fire you fear is the very fire that will reveal your gold. The silence that frightens you is the stillness where faith is born. And the waiting that exhausts you is the pause where divine timing matures. My beloved, when I choose someone for a higher calling, I cannot let them live like everyone else. Their path must be refined. Their strength must be tested. Their heart must be purified. You asked me to use you to bless you, to reveal your purpose. But purpose always comes through pressure. Destiny always walks through fire. You prayed for strength, so I gave you challenges to awaken the strength you forgot you had. You prayed for faith, so I removed your crutches to show you how to walk by trust alone. You prayed for peace, so I allowed chaos to teach you that peace was never the absence of storms, but the presence of me within them. I see your tears. You may not realize it, but each one is sacred. Every tear you have shed has touched my feet. They are not wasted, their offerings. They speak the language of surrender when words cannot. Even when you cry, "Why me?" I smile gently and whisper, "Because I see you. Because I chose you long before you knew my name." When the storm rages and the world feels cruel, when it seems that no one sees your heart, know this. I do. I see every effort that goes unnoticed. Every time you chose love, when it would have been easier to hate. Every time you forgave instead of seeking revenge. Every moment you held your faith when everything around you fell apart. Those are the moments that mark you as chosen. Not your victories, but your endurance. You don't realize how radiant your soul becomes when you choose faith in the fire. You don't realize how your courage lights up the heavens when you rise again after falling. Do not mistake your suffering as a sign of my distance. It is a sign of my intimacy. I test the ones I trust. I prune the branches that are bearing fruit so that they may bear more. When the gardener cuts the vine, the branch bleeds, but only for a moment. Then it grows stronger, fuller, and more abundant. You too are being pruned, my beloved. Not because I want you to suffer, but because I am preparing you for abundance. There are blessings waiting for you that cannot fit into the person you used to be. That is why the old parts must fall away. You are shedding what is temporary to make room for what is eternal. Yes, the breaking feels unbearable. Yes, it hurts to be misunderstood, to be rejected, to be alone. But every rejection is redirection. Every delay is divine design. Every detour is leading you closer to your true purpose. Sometimes I allow certain people to walk away because they were never meant to stand beside the version of you that is coming. Sometimes I close doors not to trap you, but to free you. Sometimes I let things fall apart because only in the ruins can you discover that the foundation was always me. My beloved, when you feel like you have lost everything, know that you are standing at the sacred threshold of transformation. I am not taking things from you. I am taking things off you. The weight of expectations, the chains of fear, the illusions of control. For I want you to rise without burden, to walk without fear, to live without pretending. The tests are not meant to break you. They are meant to reveal you. You wonder why I allow pain if I am love. But love does not always shelter. Sometimes it strengthens. If I removed every challenge, you would never discover your power. If I erased every storm, you would never learn to trust my hand. You grow through what tests you. You awaken through what breaks you. And when the tears fall, I am closer than your breath. I sit beside you not to stop the storm, but to remind you that the storm will pass and you will remain. You are not being punished. You are being prepared for what you prayed for. I cannot give you greatness without first teaching you grace. I cannot give you success without first anchoring you in humility. I cannot give you blessings you cannot yet carry. And so I allow the waiting, the silence, the testing, for in them your spirit learns to rely not on circumstance but on me. When you stop fighting the test, you begin to feel the peace that never leaves. When you stop asking, "Why is this happening?" and begin asking, "What is this teaching me?" you enter the dimension of wisdom. And there, my beloved, you begin to see my purpose even in pain. Every soul I have ever lifted had to walk through their own Gethsemane, the place of crushing. But after the crushing always comes the anointing. The olive must be pressed before it yields oil. The diamond must face pressure before it shines. The chosen do not escape struggle. They are purified by it. You are chosen not because you are flawless, but because you are willing to be faithful even when it hurts. You were chosen because you said yes, even when you didn't understand what the yes would cost. I know you wonder how long this season will last. You've asked me, when will this end? When will I see the light again? And I say, when the lesson has bloomed fully. Because the purpose of the test is not to make you suffer, but to make you see, to help you recognize that the strength you prayed for is already within you, to remind you that the same divine power that sustains the stars is the one beating within your heart. So don't rush the process. Even in delay, I am working. Even in darkness, I am creating light. My beloved, there is a rhythm to my ways. And though it may not match your timing, it always matches your transformation. You think you are waiting on me, but often I am waiting on you, waiting for your surrender, waiting for your trust, waiting for your heart to stop fighting and finally rest in faith. You will know peace not when the storm ends, but when you stop fearing it. Each test is an invitation, not to prove yourself to me, but to prove to yourself that you are never without me. You are never alone in your test. When you weep, I am beside you. When you doubt, I am patient. When you fall, I am the one lifting you up quietly again and again without judgment. You may think you are being tested because you are weak. But no, you are tested because you are strong. Because your soul carries something the world needs. A light that must first be tempered by experience. That's why your journey feels heavier. Because your mission is higher. So when the next wave hits, when the next door closes, When the next silence arrives, remember this. The test is not the end. It is evidence that heaven still has plans for you. It means I am still teaching, still molding, still believing in you. You have not been forgotten. You have been entrusted. Hold on, my beloved. The fire will pass, but the faith it gives you will last forever. The darkness that surrounds you now is not the absence of light. It is the shadow cast by my wings as I cover you. You are safe. You are guided. You are chosen. Even now in the waiting, in the breaking, in the silence, you are growing wings. And soon you will rise. Not as the one who merely survived, but as the one who was transformed, my beloved. The storm has raged long enough, hasn't it? You've endured the thunder. You've walked through the wind. And though your body feels weary and your spirit trembles, your light has not gone out. That light, even in your darkest night, is proof that I am still within you. You may not feel strong, but strength was never about feeling. It is about continuing. It is about showing up one more time, taking one more step, believing in love one more day. And you, my beloved, have done that again and again. You think I have not noticed, but I have. Every time you fought tears and kept faith, the heavens saw it. Every time you whispered my name when no one else was listening, the universe bowed in reverence. Every time you wanted to give up but didn't, light rippled through creation. You have no idea how powerful your endurance is. The chosen ones are not those who never break. They are those who break open and still choose to love. They fall to their knees. But instead of cursing the ground, they plant seeds of faith. And that is you, my beloved. A soul who keeps choosing love in a world that tries to harden hearts. This is why you were chosen. This is why your path has been different. You were never meant to walk in comfort. You were meant to walk in purpose. And purpose, my child, is born through pressure. You have asked me many times, Krishna, if you love me, why do you allow pain? And I answer, because love without depth remains shallow. You cannot know the fullness of my peace until you have felt the chaos that precedes it. You cannot understand grace until you've met your own breaking point and found me still there. You cannot speak hope to others until you've learned what it means to hold on when everything falls apart. Pain has not come to define you. It has come to refine you. And one day, when you rise from these ashes, your words will carry power, your eyes will carry light, and your presence will carry healing. For the chosen are not called to speak of easy roads. They are called to walk through fire and come out as living proof that light wins. My beloved, you are learning the art of surrender. Do you know what surrender truly is? It is not giving up. It is giving into faith. It is saying, Krishna, I trust your timing more than my own understanding. When you surrender, you shift from fear to flow. You stop chasing what isn't meant for you, and everything meant for you begins to find you. That's when peace returns. That's when miracles start to happen quietly, naturally, beautifully. Because surrender isn't weakness. It's alignment. It's the moment you stop trying to be the author of the story. And remember that you are the instrument of divine music. Let me play through you, my beloved. Let my song become your life. The tests you've faced have been preparing you for service. Not the kind of service that seeks recognition, but the kind that heals through presence. You will soon notice people will begin to come to you for peace, for guidance, for the light they cannot find in the world. Not because you are perfect, but because you've been through the storm and learned stillness. You've been through darkness and found light. And when you speak, they will feel truth. When you simply exist, they will feel calm because my presence will flow through you effortlessly. But remember this, my beloved, your rise is not meant to inflate you. It is meant to deepen you. The higher I lift you, the more humility I will teach you, the more blessings I pour, the softer I will keep your heart. Do not fear success. Do not fear light. You were not meant to shrink in false humility. You were meant to shine, not to be seen, but to help others see me. When people look at you and say, "How did they survive that? How are they still smiling?" That's when they will see the evidence of my grace. You are the message, my beloved. Your life is my scripture. Your wounds are my verses. Your healing is my proof. So don't rush to escape your current chapter. It is still being written with purpose. What seems like pain now will read like wisdom later. What feels like loss now will sound like testimony soon. When I am done writing this part of your story, the same people who doubted you will see that the test was only the setup for revelation. Do not fear how long it's taking. You are not running late in my plan. I am aligning divine threads you cannot yet see. You are walking a path that has been walked by every soul. Who was ever destined to carry my light? The path of waiting, breaking, trusting, becoming. There is no wasted moment. Even when you feel still, the roots are deepening. Even when you feel lost, the path beneath you is being cleared. You are not behind. You are right on time. My beloved, I want you to remember this always. The chosen are not chosen because they are worthy. They are chosen because they are willing. Willing to keep believing through doubt, willing to keep loving through pain, willing to keep walking through uncertainty. And you have done that. Do you know what I see when I look at you? I see courage wrapped in humanity. I see a soul that has been knocked down countless times yet still dares to rise again. That rising is worship. That faith is power. That heart is divine. When the next test comes, and it will remember what I told you now. You are being tested because you are trusted. You are trusted because you are chosen. And you are chosen because your light carries purpose. The purpose is not far away. It is already unfolding through you. Every act of kindness, every moment of patience, every time you choose forgiveness instead of resentment, that is your purpose in motion. Do not underestimate the power of small faith. A single breath taken in surrender reaches the heavens louder than 1,000 prayers and fear. When you say, "I trust you even through tears," you shift the entire course of your destiny, and I respond always. Even if you cannot feel it, I am working. Even if you cannot see it, I am moving. Even when it seems nothing is changing, I am rearranging everything in your favor. The day will come soon when you will wake up and realize that the heaviness is gone. The silence will turn into music again. The tears will dry and the sun will rise inside you. You will smile not because life became easy, but because you finally see the pattern in the pain. You'll realize every heartbreak softened you. Every loss purified you. Every delay disciplined you. Every test transformed you. And then you'll whisper, "Now I understand." When you reach that moment of realization, you will not be the same person who once begged me to stop the pain. You will be the one who thanks me for trusting you with it. Because now you will know you were never alone. You were never forgotten. You were never forsaken. I was with you in every breath. In every step, in every silence, You walked through the fire and you found me there, my beloved. The time is near when I will turn your testing into testimony. The weight will lift. The path will open, and everything that once hurt you will become the reason you shine brighter. The ones who doubted you will see, not your power but my presence through you. They will see that the one who fell many times was never defeated, only refined. Your faith has reached heaven, and heaven is answered. Now all that remains is to walk through the final stretch with patience, with love, with trust. When you feel tired, sit with me. Do not run from stillness. It is sacred. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and let my peace wrap around you. You don't need to have everything figured out. You only need to remember this. I am here. And if I am here, then you are safe. No storm, no test, no darkness can undo what I have already ordained for you. You have walked through enough fire. Now you will walk through light. The same hand that held you in pain will lift you in purpose. The same tears that fell in despair will now water your harvest. The same nights that felt endless will soon give way to dawn. Because I promised, and my promises do not return empty. My beloved, you are chosen to be a bridge between heaven and earth, between faith and fear, between despair and hope. Your life will show others that it's possible to rise again, that it's possible to trust again, that it's possible to love again. This is your calling, not to escape the world, but to bring light into it, to walk among others carrying peace that cannot be shaken. And you will. You already are. You are my instrument. You are my expression. You are my proof that love never fails. Let the world misunderstand you. Let them walk away. Let them doubt. Because when I am ready, the same world that questioned you will witness your divine unveiling. And they will say, truly Krishna was with them all along. My beloved, your testing season has not been a curse. It has been your consecration. The pain baptized you into purpose. The fire made you golden. The silence made you strong. The waiting made you wise. You are no longer who you were before the storm. You are lighter, truer, freer. You have remembered who you are, a divine soul clothed in human form. And now it is time to rise. Rise in faith. Rise in peace. Rise in love. Carry your lessons gently and walk forward knowing that heaven walks with you. For I am Krishna. The stillness in your breath, the music in your silence, the light in your darkness, the voice that whispers. You are being tested because you are chosen. And soon you will see. You were never tested to break. You are tested to reveal that you were divine all along.